welcome to the Book of Wellbeing podcast, a place to help you to understand, manage and improve your mental health and wellbeing, where you will find the knowledge, guidance and tools you need to improve your life and where you can build your own wellbeing toolkit to take with you. Do you ever walk down a street or in a shop or somewhere public and spot somebody that you know, but put your head down, look at your phone or pretend to look busy rather than acknowledging that person? This is avoidance. Have you ever got paused through the door and put it to one side, brushed it under the carpet, trying to pretend it's not there, or putting off opening it? This is avoidance. Have you ever had a job that needs done, like sorting your bills, booking the car into a garage, making an appointment or responding to someone, and put it off until the very last minute? This is avoidance. Have you ever had a dream, goal or ambition, but put it off? We all use avoidance one way or another. And yes, life gets so busy that sometimes we genuinely put things off because of time or being forgetful. But often under the surface, there's some kind of avoidance going on. We avoid to escape. We avoid because something gives us uncomfortable feelings like fear or anxiety. So we want to escape these feelings and we avoid, and it becomes a habit. We avoid so that we don't have to think about that thing that causes us anxiety or makes us feel uncomfortable. So we put it off, thinking that the issue or the situation will go away. And it does go away, but only temporarily. Avoidance gives us a temporary release from the situation and feelings associated with it, not a long-term one. It actually makes the issue, the anxiety and the feelings we have about it bigger in the long run. By avoiding, we keep feeding those feelings of uncomfort, anxiety and fear. Let's say we have a friend and life gets in the way, so much that you lose touch with them. Time keeps passing by, but it's been so long that it feels uncomfortable to reach out, so you don't. And instead of facing the music, we cause anxious thoughts and feelings. If we were to reach out, we would likely experience feelings of relief and a good feeling for connecting again. This might not be the case for all friendships. Some people we can go a long period of time without speaking to, and when we connect with them, it's like we've never been apart. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. But often there can be avoidance under the surface, and the more we feed it with distance, the more the negative feelings grow and stick around. We reinforce them. Avoidance restricts our quality of life and our experiences. It keeps anxiety going. It doesn't cure it. We hold ourselves back from enjoying life, from job opportunities, socialising, hobbies, friendships, freedom and personal growth. We do either one of two things. We avoid altogether or we escape something we've already entered into. For example, we might start an application form for a job we're interested in and then back out because we have thoughts of failing or worry about how we come across to others and this feels uncomfortable. Or we might enter a social situation and then make an excuse and leave because we felt uncomfortable. The secret to improving anxiety is overcoming avoidance. It might not be easy at first, but if we work on this at a steady pace that's manageable, we can in turn reverse avoidant behaviour, and this will reduce and cure our anxieties. We need to face our fears, maybe not all at once, but the ones that are holding us back and preventing us from having good life experiences and development. The first step in doing this is to become aware of the things you're avoiding. It's helpful to do this retrospectively, so at the end of the day or in the morning reflecting on the day before. For example, if I reflect on yesterday and the things that I've continued to avoid, they are booking my car into a garage because I had a recall letter about a fault. It's not something dangerous, but it's something that does need done. And I'm putting it off because it makes life awkward, finding the time to get the car to the garage and be without it. I've been avoiding something on my to-do list because it's more time consuming than other things I need to do. I've avoided making contact with a friend. I keep thinking I'm going to message them and then I don't. The first part in all of these things I've mentioned is the thing that I need to do, but haven't, and the second part is an excuse. That's often what we do when we want to avoid something. We make excuses up as to why we can't do them. So become aware regularly, reflect and identify the things you're avoiding, and also become aware of the excuses as to why. Do this for the smaller everyday things, but also the bigger things like our ambitions, goals and dreams. Then work on them slowly and gradually. Expose yourself to the situation and the anxiety gradually, at your own pace. That's how you conquer avoidance, and that's how you conquer anxiety. If nothing changes, then nothing changes, and you have responsibility over your own life and the choices you make. And you can keep avoiding some things, and that's okay, but things probably won't change if you keep doing this. So if you want life to be better and you want to have better experiences and to feel more confident, facing avoidance and tackling it is the best way to do this. For our avoidance toolkit, I've got 2 tools to introduce to you that will help you along the way. The first one is make it a goal. So once you've identified the things that you're avoiding, you rephrase them in your mind and how you're approaching them. So rather than focusing on the negative aspect, so I can't do this or this makes me feel really anxious, make it a goal, rephrase it. So, for example, I can't go shopping because it's so busy and it makes me really anxious. Swap this for a goal. I'll aim to go shopping even just for 20 minutes, and then I can escape and leave. Often having an escape plan reduces our anxiety automatically. We know we can get out of that situation if we need to. So I'm not stuck there, it's just 20 minutes in the shop. Or another example, I can't apply for that job because I'm not good enough, I don't have the skills. Your goal might be, I could just start the application and see how I feel then. Another example, I can't do that big thing on my to-do list first because it's going to take so long. A goal could be, I'll cut it down and do it in 3 parts to make it more manageable. Setting ourselves goals and achieving them is really important for our growth and our development and how we feel in ourselves. So swap the avoidant behaviour, make it into a goal, something you can work towards gradually or immediately. There's no right or wrong, and keep doing it. Even if you fail the first time, keep trying and work towards the goal. The second tool is a workbook that I'm going to direct you to online, and it's around graded exposure. So graded exposure is what we call this gradual working towards something that we're avoiding, overcoming anxiety. We expose ourselves to the feelings, to the situation gradually so that it becomes easier so that we can overcome it. So this booklet is found if you go onto Google and you type in on the Google search bar talk plus graded exposure. The first link that you'll come to is a PDF workbook, and you can use it off your phone or you can download and print it. And it talks briefly about the benefits of graded exposure, but also it has some tools in there that you can use so that you can write down the things that you're avoiding and which ones are more severe than others and how you feel when you expose yourself to them. It's a really, really helpful workbook, and you can use it with any situation that you're avoiding that's making you anxious. But I recommend trying it, and putting something down into words, into action, makes it more likely that we'll follow through with it and we'll keep going. Whatever you need to face, remember that the more you avoid it, the bigger the problem it becomes, and the more your anxiety will stay and grow. Overcoming avoidance is absolutely possible. You can just do it gradually. And in time, you'll find that you can be free from anxiety and can reach your full potential within yourself and within your life. We've reached the end of this week's episode. I hope some of this has been helpful. Don't forget to follow the Facebook and Instagram pages at The Book of Wellbeing, and subscribe to the podcast and leave a review if you're finding it helpful. Have a nice week.